Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are in this world watching this. My name is Rachel Feldman. We at yourhealthcoachbiz.com help you to save time, time creating content, time creating a program. Just want you to even think about how much time it takes for you to create a workshop, how much time it takes for you to create a program, let alone to organize your offers in a way that allow your ideal client to have different options. Before we get into today's training, which is about creating different offers on your Work With Me page, let me just clarify the power of working with people one-on-one and also the benefit. First off, when I graduated from IM, which was a school that many of you attended, or you've attended other schools like precision nutrition, transformation schools. Doesn't matter where we come from. Most of us here build your business and do groups. But a lot of us have clients that really need Work With Me, really need that time with us. And so if you are the person that is nervous to do a group, or maybe it just never aligned with you right off the bat, doesn't mean that you aren't going to do them. But for a lot of coaches, their Work With Me is the foundation of their business. And that's what I knew when I graduated. I knew that I wanted to work with people one-on-one. And the opportunities that I created as courses, do it yourself, groups, were because many people either A, could not afford to work with me, or B, they didn't trust me enough to invest money. I want to repeat that clearly. Many coaches have amazing, either high ticket opportunities. Christine Hansen is one that you will see at rachelafeldman.com/podcast. Another is Jay Miz, who is now doing high ticket retreats, high ticket masterminds, and she is a mindset coach. It doesn't mean that you will never get there. Of course, you will, with the confidence, with the structure, and with the systems in your business so that you can leverage. But for today's topic, we are going to talk about the Work With Me page. If you have any other questions about workshops and offers, please go to either my YouTube channel, which is Rachel Feldman, or I guarantee in our free group, you can search one of our trainings. So a lot of people talk about their Work With Me page. And what I often see, problem one, is there's one offer. It's fine if you know that your ideal client or your potential client has to work with you for 6 months. We all know change does not happen just with one conversation or one 60-minute or 90-minute. And what I do know, which is that this method is proven, this method of the value ladder. One, I encourage you also to go and look at tons of free information and content on the web. An example for looking at the value ladder would be Ryan Deiss, Deiss. He has a digital marketing machine. All you have to go onto his blog and say that and Google value ladder. The second is we know this is also proven because Brendan Bouchard teaches his high performance coaches in his academy to have an introductory offer, also known as a low cost offer. Why does he teach this? Because not everyone is ready to have a 2K, invest in a 2K offer or a 3K or 4, 5, or 6. Remember, price is relative. Let me break this down really simple. On average, we hear a 1K program for 3 months. That is $333 a month times 3, $999. Well, if we double that, $666 times 3, because this is basic math, we have 300 30 times 2 equals 636 times 3. We have a $1,998 program, program, 2K. I really encourage you, as one of my first mentors in the online business in digital marketing, when I too was confused about where to start, she always said, once you know your pricing template, the possibilities are endless. So if you start and say, wow, a $333 month for 3 months is a 1K package, as you increase your price per hour, which on average, I would say for new coaches is anywhere from $97 an hour to $197. And then you gradually start increasing. Hence, it allows you to have a really proven simple template for evaluating prices. And also for you to look at the big picture of how you're going to reverse engineer to get to your consistent 2K, 3, 6, 10K months. So to recap, know what your monthly offering is, declare what your offers are, and look at it as what is realistic for where you live, for the confidence that you have in your offerings, and of course, the confidence that you have as a coach. So if we were to say that you have a 1K, that would be a 30 that would be a 30-day, clearly a 30-day offer times 3. It's a 3-month program. So it's safe to say that your 3-month program is 1K. You also can have a mid-cost offer. This would be a 1 month for 333 because your 3 month is 1K. Some people like to have a different pricing based on the psychology of the buyer. So you might say that that month is 297, keeping it under that 300 mark for the person. Again, these prices are relative. And the good thing about what I'm talking about today is these prices can be applied to any pricing strategy. If that $297 offers 30, then what is your single session? That's a 60 or a 90-minute entry point. Well, if we were to divide, let's just say 297, because we know that it includes, and we're just going with average templates because templates are necessary to master, to be able to create your signature intuitive prices, your signature intuitive business, and also the pricing of every offer in your business so that you ensure that not only are you making the money you desire and you deserve, but more importantly, you are providing the service that your ideal client needs. So if we know that there's 2 sessions and maybe you offer 2 15-minute check-ins via Voxer or any other kind of platform, maybe it's a quick check-in, then we could say 297 divided by 2 equals 100 an hour. But maybe you want to say, okay, this is $97. And again, the prices are relative. So once we nail down what the prices are and what is included, then it would be very easy to say, well, why does Brendan Bouchard teach this low cost offer? Because I know many people don't believe in this or say, oh, nothing gets fixed in an hour. Well, it doesn't. Or 90 minutes. But I will tell you, I've had lots of clients who have come to me. There's not a ton of issues. They have some gut issues, but they're not horrific. They are just, it's affecting them in their energy. They're having a bloated belly. And so they're not always the ideal client for working with me for 30 days. They might be a great client for a self-paced course, a group, or even to be able to just come in for this single session. So what is offered in this single session? That for my business and many other coaches, that could be a 14-day program. The way that I did a discovery call is I would get people on the phone and I would ask them, what's going on? they would fill out, a form before we met. If that person said, well, I've been having issues since I was 20, and there's a multifaceted layer of issues, then they are not the best fit for my single session, my 60-minute, my 75-minute, my 90. But they may also be like me. They may be jaded by the amount of people that they've hired. They may have had a myriad of health issues, and they don't trust that somebody can take them from point one, from step one to step three. And so that lack of trust correlates directly to whether somebody hires you. Knowing what our offers and who they're right for, but also understanding the psychology of the buyer and what are their objections and why. It's not always just about money, because we know people are driven by what? The stories that they have in their head, their past experiences. It's not just equating the value of you as a coach or even the offer. And this is where a lot of us have problem in understanding sales. Sales isn't just about defining an offer, it's knowing who it is right for. So I know that my lower cost offer is right for not only the person who wants to achieve one, two, three, but it also speaks to the buyer, the psychology of the buyer. If that person says, in their discovery call with me, I've seen so many people, Rachel, I'm just hesitant to hire you. I know I got referred by a friend. I see the testimonials on your site. I've even watched you get better, but I'm still hesitant. No problem, Jane. I totally understand. I've been in your shoes. I know that when I was taking my children to see this person, or when I was seeing whatever your story is, I totally understand. Let me tell you what we can do. I know that my 3 month, gutsy restart would be ideal. I also know that many people like myself feel frustrated by the amount of money that we've invested in testing, practitioners, everything. So let me meet you where it feels good. Why don't we do a 90-minute? This is what it would look like. We'll have this session today. I'm going to then send you some homework. I would love, because I know this was imperative for me, to food diary. I was put on my first allergy elimination diet at 18. And that is why the fundamentals of my business are about getting people to their baseline. So my baseline programs are very simple programs that we could personalize in that 90-minute. That 90-minute allows for us to get to know each other in the beginning so that we're not just coming in and going right into action. We have some time to really understand the roadblocks that are happening in your life, and also to understand some of these other factors that could be affecting this gut and the energy and the sleep. So this is what it would look like. We'll talk and see which program would fit for you. I have a detox, which is really a cleaning program. This is great for. I also have a 14-day paleo grain-free program. That was a huge part of me getting better. And it was a huge part of many of the teachings from the mentors that I love, who are grain-free and talk about the connection with hormones. And I also have what I call the mommy reset. And this is great for anyone that has a family. Detox just is scary, even though my program is really about clean eating. I get it. And this is a great program that still gets you to get out of the processed junk, teaching you some very simple techniques like skin brushing, tongue scraping. Also, some great things that you can do with your kids, like Epsom salts, to really help detoxify in a very safe and effective way. Things that principles, practices that have been around forever. Each one of these programs we could get started with. And how it works is I'm going to send you homework where you keep a food diary. I really want you to think about how food is affecting your habit, your mood, when you have cravings. I want you to really think before we even meet, 7 days of looking at your life, looking at your toxin load, looking at the cleaning supplies, the makeup, your sunscreen. I want you to read the ingredients on your shampoo. Is there gluten? I want you to take a step back in this week before we even meet to get into the mindset of working together. So I'm going to send you a contract. This just says that I'm not diagnosing you, I'm not treating you, and this is all information. Information and education so that you are that empowered mom. You are that warrior mom at a time that is essential. A time that is essential for your children, essential for you, so that I empower you with the same tools that I wish were available when I too had struggles with my belly and didn't know what was wrong. And I had pain when I would eat, and I felt like food was getting stuck in this middle point between my breasts called the hypochondria. I also, this would be really great because these foods, which are family friendly, are free of gluten. Bunch of the programs even don't have cheese, which is mold going right into the body. I'm not about an eat this or don't eat that. I'm about helping my clients to understand that they truly have the power in their fingertips. And I also, by the end of this session, I will give you what I call my Mommy Warrior Guide. And that is going to help you so that when you go to your doctor, your health food store, the nurse, the market, the hormone specialist, anybody that is in your sphere, you will be able to start asking questions like, why are you putting me on that? You also have the food list of, Rach said this is an endocrine disruptor. I didn't even realize that because so many of my clients are doing about 5 things that we don't even realize. And then what I'm going to do is before we even meet, I'm going to send you the program. So you know some of those cool things that you can go right on Amazon and order. And if you have Prime, it will be delivered right away to your doorstep. And if you don't have Prime, don't worry. I will show you exactly where to get this so that that arrives in your doorstep in 48 hours and that you can get used to some of the really cool tools that we're doing. Get the probiotics that are my favorite. I'm going to give you my favorite, my 3 top favorites, my favorites for kids. And I also am going to give you articles to read because I don't want you to just think that this is information that I've pulled out of my head. This was years of research. So if that sounds right, I'm going to send you a payment. It's going to be coming from insert acuity to Sabo practice better. Guys, it can be really easy. And the good thing, guys, on a segue is when you deliver your your invoices for your offerings in that way, where most schedulers these days, you're paying for the scheduler. Use that even for your programs. You can deliver in the automation. This reduces all the anxiety, all the frustration, and the need for virtual assistants and or designers to set this up for you. And guess what, guys? If you need to set up a very simple platform like Acuity or Jasabo, that is worth investing in a virtual assistant. You can find amazing virtual assistants on Fiverr, Upwork, or you can go into many of the different groups on Facebook and look for virtual assistants. Even on Instagram, you can go and search intentionally or on LinkedIn for great virtual assistants. Give them one small project before you open up the doors to your whole business. Because what is great is when you can set up that acuity or have that person, this is all done for you. Your questions, your automations, your workflows, your onboarding. That is a single session. Why does Brendan Burchard teach this? Because people have to drive the car before they purchase it. They have to know what is included. That's why I wanted to show you. One of my client, we worked on her copy together. We infused the programs, using the programs to create her work with me. And I love this site. So bear with me 1 second. She did this on Squarespace. And I would say for many of you, I see a constant struggle in knowing exactly what to offer. And also being scared that it needs to be perfect. It needs to get it started. So hold on, let me just make sure I'm screen sharing. Okay. So this is Pepina. And what I loved about Pepina is she came to me, she was extremely clear. She said, Rachel, I'm going to do 30 days with you. I know my ideal client. And my ideal client is that woman who desires weight loss. And even though her journey was about having a she actually had a heart issue when she was younger and she got surgery. That wasn't what her ideal client wanted. She didn't want to go into autoimmune or any or disease or anything. She knew her ideal client so well. She said, okay, I'm ready to work with you because I want to work on the copy. And for many of you, we do have done for you website copy at yourhealthcoachbiz.com because when you have templates, infusing your own personal story into it is a no-brainer. When you use the programs to show what's included, which I'm going to show you on Pepina's website, also known as PEP, you will see how easy it is to then show what is included. Similar to the work that I talk about when I worked with Jess Royston on creating her business, the Fit Soul with Amy Ramsey. So here right away, we have, has slimming down become too complicated? Boom, she's asking a high mileage question. Easy pop-up. We're not going to go over her whole website. You can actually see her scar right there. She took these pictures, and she also had a friend come over. Branding pictures, guys, don't think that is why people hire you. They want to see you behind the scenes. They want it to be clean. They want it to be clear. You will see right here, she has a 30-day refresh. This is her 21-day clean eating program. Hint, hint. We have a clean eating omnivore on our site at yourhealthcoachbiz.com. We have a clean eating vegetarian, which I think has one recipe that is eggs that you could swap easily to a tempeh hash or even a lentil hash by swapping out and making it plant-based. We also have a lot of 21-day, 30-day programs. Our brand new 30-day fresh start. We also have a lot of different programs from our detoxes. And that is what's so great when you have this quick 30-day. She says what it includes. Here's her 3-month transformation. She has her book package right there. And then she has her little extra offerings. I have some coaches that, of course, go a little more into detail. She said, I love when it's just really clean and minimalist. Some of you have clients who need to know a little more of what's included. That's the person, of course, as you know, reads everything. But at the same time, I always say if someone is really clear on what you offer, you don't have to necessarily include everything of what is included in that package. You just need to know who is it for so that when you're on a discovery session, you know your paid offers and exactly who is the right fit. Let's also look at Jess Royston while we're here. Jess Royston has just released her membership, but we're going to look at her shop first. Her shopping is a downsell opportunity for those who are not ready to work with her, and or I call it the self-paced mama, the self-paced person. We're not going to talk about do-it-yourself offers or how to use the programs. We're going to talk about your Work With Me page. You will see. Very simple, very similar to what I had. Whether you use Jumpstart or you niche it down, it's really up to you. A lot of people spend so much time branding their specific offers, while we should spend more time, not that it's not important, but it's important to also create that like, know, and trust factor, the visibility, which is why I always talk about using our workshops, our freebies as training as training videos or training series or even just videos that you're going to put on YouTube, because that is where people intentionally search. Google SEO is related to behemoth YouTube. It's also related to Pinterest, which is why I always say those are places where people intentionally go and search. You will see that she has her different offers. She also just released her Green Mamba membership. And I would say, yes, we have three content packages. We have, as of today's date, which is May 2020, we have a hormone membership, we have a kids membership, and we have a content wellness membership. But you will see right here, each is included. Let's book this. It tells the cost, and she's using our programs in here. And so whether you want to have and I'm just going to stop sharing for a second, whether you want to have a 3 month, like 3 month mindset makeover, the 3 month eat with intention. We know that our clients at step 5, that the ultimate wellness journey should be eating with intuition. That's our goal. But at step 1, maybe that client is truly stuck in just the weight loss because she's scared, because eating with intention, eating with intuition requires acceptance, forgiveness, self love, compassion. And so when we do that deep personal work, which is why many of you, I love that you see people one on one, or that it's an opportunity, because when I think about fertility, something like our fertility module, it's hard for many women to share that deep work that we know, the emotional work that is at the core fundamental stages of what, getting our womb ready, releasing old negative stories when it comes to, our yin, our yang, our state of being a woman, our state of empowerment. So you might have a 3 month intensive that is about fertility, but maybe that person isn't ready. So that's where a 21-day hormone detox can become an entry. Because I guarantee, as Brendan Bouchard says, if that person was wowed and they got results, no matter whether you have a 2 tier or a 3 tier. 2 tier is 2 options, 3 tier is 3 options. On your Work With Me page, that step 1 is the step 1. Your 3 month may embody step 1 as well. And that person who goes for the 3 month, they are all in and they are 100% committed. When we step back from, should I do this? Or XYZ said I should only do it this way. And we step into creating our intuitive roadmap ourselves, just like we empower our clients to do that, because we know there is not a one size fits all approach. Then you can create your signature program with one click. And then you spend more time personalizing, more time creating really interesting, high value videos for your clients, even if they're working with you one on one. Just like I talked about in This Is What It Looks Like When You Sign Up With Me. I'm going to give you homework. That homework also involved 5 videos for me, 5 minute, 7, 8 minute videos, so that my client felt loved, nurtured. They had the wins. They didn't have questions like, Rachel sent me this and it says to get a probiotic. I don't even know. Should I store it in the fridge? Should I not? We know our clients get overwhelmed. It's our job to hold the hand at every step, virtually, face to face, because then they will have the win and they will naturally upsell to the next offer. We will talk about upsells in another training. Today was simply about the logistics of a Work With Me. And unfortunately, a lot of information that I don't see out speaking about in our current industry. And these are the fundamentals and the building blocks of your Work With Me and also your signature business. So, yes, you can craft your signature funnel. Just make sure you know what should be there, who is it for, and if you're having any problems choosing the right programs to build out your signature business funnel, just ask us. Be sure to drop a message in at yourhealthcoachbiz.com and we will support you and as best as we can. Guys, it's been a pleasure. My name is Rachel Feldman. Be sure to go over to our podcast at rachelafeldman.com/podcast. Listen to Megan Rand. Listen to Christine Hansen. Listen to many of the coaches that we have. They're in all different niches. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. If I see other coaches having this success, that success is yours for the taking. It just requires us brainstorming how we're going to put our offers together and how they, most importantly, make sense for ideal client. It's been a pleasure to be with you guys. Stay tuned for the next training and make sure that you go to rachelafeldman.com because I will be putting these trainings on my blog. Have an amazing day, and last but not least, make sure when you go over to our YouTube channel, Rachel Feldman, that you subscribe because when I do put these videos on YouTube, you will get notified. Drop any questions below. We can't wait to get to know you and see how we can help you. All right, guys, stay safe, be well, and hasta la vista. Bye, guys.